Thank you very much. Thank y'all. Well, thank you very much, Representative Cannon. Thank you very much. That was the shortest and the best introduction of the morning. I'm only kidding. Speaker Burns, I think, introduced you, and really, I was thinking about when he was doing that it reminded us that is why we do things like today, to remember your stories and everybody in the audience that served your stories, and make sure that our friends and neighbors at home know those stories too and know why we celebrate this day and are just so thankful for you all. And I'm also thankful that you got your girls out of Washington, D.C. and back to the great state of Georgia. That makes me feel good. On behalf of our great First Lady, Marty Kemp, we are certainly honored to be here with you today. I want to thank you guys for bearing with us on our change of location at the last minute with our little gas line situation we had at the Capitol yesterday, and about the time we made the call to change and sent the notices out, they finally figured out where the valve was and got it cut off, but it was really too late to move it back to the Capitol. So I just want to thank everybody for bearing with us today. I want to thank Chris Crowder and the Supreme Court, the Georgia Court of Appeals, for helping us pull this audible and be able to still honor our great veterans today. And that is what our veterans and our active duty military do. They adapt to situations and learn to adjust and roll with the flow. And so I just want to thank you all for that. I want to thank you today for the debt that we owe all of our brave men and women who served in our armed forces, and we're mindful of that here in Georgia, and we're united in our gratitude and support for these many heroes. Have great appreciation for Speaker Burns, Representative Cannon, the other members of the General Assembly. If our members of the General Assembly would just stand, there's a lot of you here today. I want to just thank you for your willingness to show up and honor our veterans. Thank you very much. I also want to thank members of the Public Service Commissioner. Commissioner Bubba McDonald and his wife are here with us today. Commissioner Tim Eccles, Commissioner Fitz Johnson. I hope I'm not missing anybody else, but we appreciate you all making the effort to be here. I want to thank the Department of Veterans Services and the Department of Defense for helping us host this annual event, in addition to all they do for our active and retired service members. I just have such great appreciation for the service, but also for what Colonel Ross, General Wilson, Colonel Burris, and Kerry Dyer and their teams do every day serving veterans and active duty military in our state. You know, I don't normally thank the media for too many things, but I want to thank the media for being here today to help share this story of our great veterans. It means a lot for you all to show up today so that no matter where people are across our state and across our country, they know that in Georgia we honor and appreciate our veterans and our active duty military. As Speaker Burns alluded to, following this election season, it is vitally important that we remember the reason we are able to enjoy the freedom to choose our leaders is thanks to all those who answered the call to serve. As you know, freedom is not free. It requires men and women to stand in the gap against those who wish to tear down our nation and really all it represents. As long as America stands for the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, the enemies of those values will come against our great nation. Fortunately, we can sleep soundly at night, knowing the finest fighting force in the world that has ever been known is standing on our watch, ever vigilant in protecting American life. And no matter what side of the political aisle we may be on, we should all remember that fact this season, and I'm proud that in Georgia we have been united in supporting the brave veterans who have given so much for their fellow Americans. Whether that means committing $2 million to expanding the Veterans Mental Health Services Program or cutting red tape to make it easier for veterans and military families to find rewarding careers, in any other number of measures that we have helped pass through the General Assembly, we are taking action to benefit those everyday heroes and to recognize and thank their service. That's important in our state because we have over 700,000 veterans and their families calling Georgia home. And it's vital that they have what they need to be able to succeed in our state. Because even more than that, we are supporting our veterans because it's the right thing to do, because it's the only thing to do when you consider the immeasurable sacrifice that they have made for all of us. These are our fathers and mothers, our sons and daughters, the people we work and worship with, and that we see every single day. So this Veterans Day, as well as every day around the year, if you see one of those everyday heroes, I would simply ask that you thank them. It may not sound like much, but it's the least that we can do to let them know we will never forget all of their contributions. I want to thank you all for being here and for doing your part to say thank you to the men and women who have served our state and this great country. And to all the veterans here with us, all of you watching at home or gathered anywhere on this day, on behalf of the state of Georgia, thank you for your service. With that, I'll invite Ms. Shelley Ann Simpson to the podium for the reading of this year's Veterans Day proclamation. Ms. Simpson.